Hey guys, it's Hillary. Welcome back to my channel, Enneagram Coaching. I'm Hillary, a type 9, wing 8 on the Enneagram, certified Enneagram coach. And today is just a chat with me video. Let's discuss what's going on, how it's affected me as a type 9, and whatever else I end up discussing. I don't have any rules for this video. I don't have any notes for this video. I just wanted to turn on the camera and chat, really. We are in crazy times right now. I mean, it's currently April 2020. And yeah, you guys all know what's going on. And I wanted to chat about that. I want to kind of talk about like how I'm handling it, and hopefully it can help others out there, especially if you're a type 9, you might be handling things similar to me, or any other type. You still might be handling things, you know, some of the things I share today might, you know, help you. So that's the purpose of this video, just to kind of chat and, you know, let's talk. Okay, so first thing I want to start with is I think we've been in quarantine, I don't even know. I mean, it's the end of April. So 6 to 8 weeks, I'm guessing. I don't even remember anymore. And I live in Arizona, and so I think we've had I haven't checked lately, but I think the last time I checked, a little over 200 deaths and 3,000 infected. But honestly, like, it's hard for me. Okay, let me be honest with you. If you watched my video, I'll link it right here. If you haven't, I kind of dealt with, you know, having the coronavirus, at least we think so. I don't have any evidence because Arizona wasn't testing very many people. And so those numbers, to me, it's hard to know, you know, what the real numbers are. And it is extremely hard to get a test in Arizona. I think even now, I've heard that more places are opening and able to help, but you still, you know, it's not like you could just go down and get a test, you know, and see. So a lot of you guys know, like, I believe I had the coronavirus, I don't even know how long ago, 6 weeks ago. I had all the symptoms. I wasn't able to get in and get a test. I believe I did all the right things. I called the numbers, I called my doctor, I went to the urgent care, and no one could help me because at the time it was so fresh and so new that they had decided that they were only doing tests for first responders, and so I couldn't even get a test. But I did have all the symptoms, and so I'm assuming I had it. I can't wait to be able to take one of those tests to see if you have had it. I'm gonna have, you know, once they're out and everybody can have them, I would love for me, my husband, and my 2 kids to take it because my husband and 2 kids did not get sick. But my 2 boys, which are teenagers, were really sick the beginning of this year. Like, very similar symptoms, but we didn't know. I hadn't heard about this virus hardly at all, and I didn't even take them to the doctor. So we don't even know. I just assumed it was the flu. But yeah, I would love for us all to get tested because I think it's actually surprising that my husband didn't get it because this virus is so silent until it roars its ugly head, and I'm just like, how did he not get it? It's interesting, but all that to say, I think I did have it, and I just don't think the numbers are actually saying the right thing because, like, I didn't get tested, you know. I don't know. Those are just my thoughts. Like, it's hard for me to assess where we are in the world with all the numbers, and it just leaves me wondering, like, what are the real numbers? So, okay. Again, I said I have no notes for this, so where did I want to go with this? I think I kind of wanted to go into after I was sick. So I did the video, and I did the video once I was done being sick, but I still had a cough and whatnot. And after that, so, you know, I was healthy and I tried to get back to normal life, but you know what I've realized? There is no normal life right now. Like, what is normal life? I think I've been struggling with that and I didn't know it because I do believe as a type 9, I'm just not as aware of my own feelings. And so I've been going throughout the day like, okay, I'm just, you know, working on my YouTube, doing my normal thing, but I can't go to any stores. I can't, you know, see friends. Like, there's so many things that we can't do right now. And I just kept thinking, like, it's fine. Just be really grateful that, you know, you're healthy, grateful your whole family's healthy, grateful you have a home, which I believe all those are super amazing and true. But what happens, like, are we not allowed to have any other feelings? And I think I do have them, but I've just been ignoring them. And here's my reason why. I have a reason. If I'm boring you to death, I'm sorry. If you're still with me. I am going down a path that leads somewhere. Typical 9, right? Okay, so the path I'm going down is that a week and a half to 2 weeks after getting better, I started to have jaw pain. Like, gum pain and then jaw pain. Like, my gums up here were really sore and then down here, and I was like, what's going on? And the practical side of me goes, well, did I change anything? Well, I started to take vitamin D. Well, stop doing that. And then I was like, this is just like the stress, you know, as I'm going towards my stress, my stress arrow like I start to, I don't know, this is my process of elimination though. What have I added? What is different? So I'm like, well, is it the new vitamin I added? Is it, oh, I changed my toothpaste. Is it that? And then I started thinking like, and then my jaw started hurting so bad to the point where even, you know how we're all doing Zoom calls right now and FaceTime and house party and all of that stuff. I noticed that it was really hard for me to be on those calls. Like my jaw was just hurting. And I noticed that I was sitting there. Have you guys done this? Okay, on these calls, you sit there and I've been looking at myself. And so I'm like smiling, trying to make sure I look engaged and like happy and whatever and good, I guess, like my ego. And I was like, well, maybe that's why my jaw is hurting. Am I just like smiling? And I don't know, maybe it's the videos, maybe, you know, whatever. And so I decided, okay, when I do these videos, I'm gonna look at other people. I'm not gonna look at myself, and I'm gonna let my jaw relax the whole time. And it didn't help. And then I thought, well, am I on my phone too much? I mean, I'm way more on my phone than I've ever been, and electronics in general, the TV, everything, right? And I'm like, maybe I'm just maybe I'm clenching while I'm on my phone and watching TV. But I was like, gosh, I've never experienced this before. So does that really make sense? So then I ended up talking to some girlfriends and realizing that maybe I needed a mouth guard. Maybe I am clenching and maybe I just need a mouth guard. So I ended up getting one of those. So I was like, what is the deal here? So I started wearing that mouth guard during the day, anytime I was on electronics, and it actually felt like it did relax my jaw a lot and help me. And in the end, here's what I think was happening, but again, I'm no doctor. I don't really know. This is just me trying to make sense of the situation. Is I think I was holding all my anxiety in my jaw. That's what I think. And the reason why I think this is I have had pains before that ended up being anxiety. So I would have told you, like, I'm not even feeling anxiety because I know what that feels like. I know what anxiety is. I know what a panic attack is. Man, I've dealt with those for many, many, many years. This is different. This is just in my jaw. So I almost wonder if I was holding it somewhere. And my other example is when my mom died, I ended up like feeling like I had something stuck in my throat for months and months and months, and swallowing irritated me, or not irritated, but like actually gave me anxiety because I felt like I had a lump in my throat. My mom died of colon cancer when she was 55. We found out 10 months prior, like literally super healthy up until then, and ends up having to go to the ER only to be us to find out right away that it was cancer, which shocked all of us. And we, you know, for the next 10 months, walked her through, you know, treatment and chemo and believing and a surgery and everything. And she ended up passing away. And I'm 40, and I lost her 4 years ago. And I have to say, like, it's weird because as an adult, you know, I should have it more together maybe, but in this instance, I don't. It still is upsetting. You know, I still have a lot of grief from it, and that's okay. But my purpose in telling you this is a few months after no, actually not right after she died, but I think it was 6 months. It's when I started having things in my throat, and I started thinking I had cancer in my throat, and it's just this whole process. And and this time I went to the doctor. They put a camera down my throat. They looked at it. They did everything. And they said, they were like, you have nothing in your throat. And I'm like, but I feel something. There's something there. And I ended up going on anxiety medicine because this was the doctor told me. He said, let's put you on anxiety medicine and see if that helps. And at the time I was like, wait, how is that going to help? But I did. I went on medicine, and let me tell you, it went away right away, a couple weeks. So, and I have never had it since. So I hold my anxiety in weird places, is what I'm trying to say. So I think, because my jaw feels, okay, I'm just all over the place today, guys, sorry. But my jaw feels better ever since I realized that I thought it was anxiety, and I started doing kind of like jaw practices, and then also feeling my emotions and allowing myself to be angry, allowing myself to be sad, and thinking through this and thinking what life really looks like, and for my boys, and the future. And I think I was just like, just all the stress and anxiety of what's going on in the world had built up. And so, but that's not to say, like, that doesn't take away my feeling of like, I'm still grateful, you know, there's still so much to be thankful for, but you know, we still have emotions and feelings, and we still have to deal with them, especially as a type 9, and not push them down, because that's what I do. I push down until it goes somewhere, or I have a short fuse once it gets, I will be so easygoing for so long until I'm not, and then the fuse blows. But that's not for today's video. Go watch my anger triad video. I can link that right here. I think I talk a little more about that. But anyways, I just wanted to talk to you guys and talk about this and see, how are you doing? You know, does any of this relate to you? Does this make you feel better? Does this make you feel not alone? We're in this together. I want you to know that, you know, even when it looks good on the outside, in a sense, like nobody probably even knew what was going on the inside, and I didn't even know. And ever since I've figured this out and kind of went to God with it and prayed about it, and I definitely feel better. My jaw feels better. And it's felt better since last week. So it hasn't been that long. And then, you know what I did last week? And it was the day I realized that my jaw felt better. I felt like I kind of reclaimed some normal back. I love to rearrange furniture. I love it. I love to even bring in new items, and you know, we're not able to shop right now, which is fine, but I love to repurpose. I love to, you know, move things around. And last week I just was like, you know, I do not like our coffee bar. It's just a bookshelf, and on the shelving, like, it's a disaster. Like, you know, it looked cute a year ago when it, you know, I first put it together, but now it's like we've lived it here. We've just shoved things in it. It looks bad. It's in our, you know, our kitchen. And I just thought, you know, I want a new coffee bar. But again, it's not like I'm gonna go out and buy one. And so I did go online though. It's not like I can't buy stuff online, right? We can. I just wasn't finding what I was looking for. And I was in my office and I thought, I have the cutest white bookcase, which is taller and wider and better because I needed more space. So I dragged it out of my office and I put it in the kitchen, and I dragged that bookcase and I put it in here. And I was able to reorganize all the coffee, because we have an espresso in the first drawer, all our tea in the second drawer, all our mugs in the third drawer. And here's the great thing. It's gonna get messy. It's not gonna look that way for long. I have teenage boys, plus me and my husband, you know, but there's a drawer. We get to put it away. And then I, you know, put this bookcase in here and put some cute little baskets in there and, you know, made it all cute. And it made me feel so much better. It's like I forgot that I could still do normal things. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? I just needed to do something that was normal. And then by the end of the day, I mean, I had just been busy all day and doing that, and you know, I felt so much better. So I guess the purpose of this video was to say, check in with yourself. Ask yourself how you're doing no matter what type you are. Ask yourself the questions like, am I taking care of myself? What am I doing to take care of myself? I think I started out this quarantine journey thinking, oh, I'm gonna write that book I should be writing. I've known I should be writing for, you know, 10 plus years. I'm gonna paint, I don't know, do the stuff that I've been putting off, right? I had this whole list of things I could be doing, and I realized that I put a lot of pressure on myself, and then I ended up, you know, getting sick, and then my jaw hurt, and I'm just like, okay, so can I go back to square one? Can we start over? I'm just gonna check in with myself daily. And I'm gonna check in with God and, you know, kind of not forget who I am. And when I am afraid, pray about it and go and talk to my husband and talk to my friends and seek others' comfort and advice versus like I'm in the withdrawal stance as a type 9, and I will withdraw. Things get overwhelming, I withdraw, right? And it's kind of a blessing in disguise that my body will put the anxiety somewhere, because then I have to deal with it, you know? Does that make sense? It's making sense to me. So yeah, so that's what this was about. Just to kind of say, take care of yourself. I hope you're taking care of yourself, checking in with yourself, with others, your family. You know, I'm trying to do that for my kids and my husband too, and kind of take all of our pulses and like, okay, where are we at with this? Kind of just be in this all together, right? Because there's no end in sight, really. I know there's a phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. I know Arizona might go to phase 2 soon. Whether we're ready or not, I don't know. You know, there's so much for both sides, and just kind of have to be in this together. And this is not for me to figure out right now. I don't have the answers. And so, yeah. Oh, and another thing I did was I read a couple of books this week, and I haven't read in so long. I just needed to do something that wasn't productive. Does that make sense? Sometimes, and I struggle with that. Let's be honest. If I'm not healthy, I will do all non-productive things and not productive. But in the last like few weeks, I've been super productive doing my videos and, you know, everything in my life that needs me to be productive, I've definitely done, and then some. But then I was like, you know, I need to let myself off the hook a little bit, give myself some grace and some love and some care. And I did. So anyways, guys, that's all I got for you today. I do want to do another video coming soon. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to do a teaching video every week and then kind of like a chat with me video. And those would be the 2 videos each week. If you want any of my other Type 9 videos, I'll put those in the description box below. And yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. And thank you so much. I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate that you watch my videos and you leave comments in the comment section below. I try to get to most of them. The ones that I see, I answer. And it just makes my day. It makes me feel connected to you guys and I love it. So thank you so much. And all right, guys. So until next time, bye guys.